Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Video number 3. So I gave you my AFCON quarter-final recap earlier on in the day. I've given you my thoughts on Frank Lampard being appointed as the new Everton manager, plus my thoughts on the transfer window and just what's been going on at other clubs very briefly, which I'm going to come to in a sec. And yeah, you've got this now about Chelsea's January transfer window. And what does it actually mean that Chelsea haven't actually signed anyone? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? We'll get into it and I'll give you my honest opinion. Just as we are about to dive in, again, don't forget, check out my second channel, my Twitch. Links are in the description. And to rectify, well, not rectify, this is the thing about deadline day. Things move quickly. So developments come in and out of nowhere. And especially with only a few hours to go, things can change just like that. In my second video, where I talked about Frank Lampard becoming Everton manager, I said Aubameyang going to Barcelona. That's pretty much going to happen now. Nothing stopping that one. And Tottenham haven't signed anyone yet. So they've had a bad window, just like Arsenal. Well, guess what? Both of those things have changed. In the space of just what, like a couple of hours? It's all changed. So Tottenham have signed two players, not just one, two players. And it's very good business for Tottenham. If I look into it, I can see Tottenham have signed Bentancur from Juventus, and they've also signed Kulusevski from Juventus. So 2 signings from Juve. Bentancur coming in for a fee of 15 million plus 5 million add-ons. So 20 million as a whole package going to Juventus, and Kulusevski coming in on an 18-month loan. For Tottenham, that's great business. That's actually really good business. And it begs to differ. It makes you wonder, how did Arsenal not go in for these guys? If Arsenal are so desperate for some signings, why weren't they going after these two if they were up for grabs from Juventus, especially after trying to get Vlahovic, who eventually ended up at Juventus? So, we've got to ask these questions. Arsenal now are in the mud even more. And we're going to come to the Chelsea talk very shortly, but the second thing is Aubameyang. Aubameyang is not going to Barcelona now. Aubameyang is staying at Arsenal, and it looks like we've got a Peter Odemwingie situation, but on an international level. Do you remember when Peter Odemwingie showed up at Loftus Road, showed up at QPR because, well, he showed up at the car park of QPR because he wanted the move, and then it broke down, and he's there stuck in his car, stuck in his whip, waiting for a transfer to happen. Then he receives word, oh, it's not happening. No, it's not happening. Okay, I've got to go back now. Well, Aubameyang has to do that now on an international level. He flew out to Barcelona. He flew out. He's there at the moment. He was there waiting for this deal to happen. And now it's collapsed. It's not happening. He's not going to Barcelona. He's got to fly back to London. He's got to go back to Arsenal and face the music. It's going to be one hell of a situation. The good thing is that cameras are rolling. Amazon, you know what to do. You know what to do. I need Amazon documentary cameras to be right there at the entrance the moment he arrives at the training ground. The moment he arrives at London Colney, you get this on camera. But yeah, Aubameyang now, well, they're trying to say Aubameyang's in Barcelona to see family. How convenient. Anyway, that's the latest with Arsenal, Aubameyang, Tottenham, Bentancur, Kulusevski. Good business. Not for Arsenal, though. With Chelsea, we haven't had any business. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We've had a couple of outgoings in terms of a coach. So, you know, Joe Edwards has joined Frank Lampard. We've received that. And Tino Angerin's gone on loan to Huddersfield after returning from Lokomotiv Moscow. So that's that. Apart from that, though, nothing else has happened. So is that a good thing? Or is that a bad thing? Obviously, with the injuries to Reece James and Ben Chilwell, it was clear, not just to me, but to all of us, that, you know, Chelsea might need to go and get a wing-back. Chelsea might need to go and get a full-back. Someone that can play on the side as a defensive player, right? Bring them in. Whoever it is, bring them in. But the one thing that we can learn from past windows is to not panic buy. Do not panic buy. Do not go in for players that you know are just there for a few months whilst you use them, and then you're going to throw them away, keep them on the books, get them on a loan move, and they're just going to be on our books for no reason, like we've had with past players from previous transfer windows, where it's just been a complete joke. We can't be adding more to that. So on that basis, yeah, we can't be going after Deadwood. You know, we're trying to scrap Deadwood and we're going to bring in more Deadwood. It doesn't make sense. At the same time, I want to hear of links to players and try, you know, us trying to pursue players to come to the bridge. And I know in January that can be difficult, but we haven't heard anything. There's been nothing. All we've heard was Emerson trying to come back to Chelsea. We were actively trying to do that for about 3 weeks of the 4 during the transfer window. Then it collapsed. It never was going to happen. And that's about it. You know, we haven't really heard about anything in terms of any other wing back. There's been no link with anyone else. The only link that I've heard as of yesterday, which isn't even to do with wing back, is Rafinha, which is a very good option here. Aside from that, we've heard of Dembele and what's going to happen, but that was never going to happen in January. That was always going to be a summer thing if it does happen, so we'll see what happens. Dembele is looking like he's going to be staying at Barcelona. I know he's been attracting interest from all sorts, including PSG. PSG were, I guess, entertained into talking at least, but Barcelona blew it after they tried to get Neymar for him. So, yeah, that's collapsed, and that's not going to happen. PSG will happily just keep Neymar and get Dembele in. Man United apparently been linked. Arsenal have been offered. All sorts. So with Chelsea, it's wise to wait up until when he's a free agent. In summer, his contract runs out, then you can get him for free. So I can understand with Dembele, if he is wanted by Thomas Tuchel, that we'll wait until then. But in terms of a wing-back, we've heard nothing. But, on the flip side, Malang Sarr has filled in, and he's done very well. So I don't know if Chelsea are looking at this going, we don't actually need to go out and buy anyone. We'll just keep Malang Sarr and we'll deal with this up until the end of the season. We've still got the Club World Cup. We've got a final of the Carabao Cup. We've got the FA Cup and the Champions League to think about. The league, we've just got to make sure we get the top 4. That's going to be tough now. It won't be easy. As long as we don't drop points, we'll be there. But if we drop points, it's going to be one hell of a flipping roller coaster. But the cup runs are quite important. So you've got to really put it into context. Is having a Malang Sarr play in that position, obviously rotating with Alonso, who hasn't really been looking impressive, is that worth it? You know, can we get away with that? Is that okay? It's gonna be interesting to see. Now we don't have a choice. We're gonna have to do with that. So we'll see how it all goes down. But with the situation, if we're not going to buy Deadwood, if we're not going to panic buy, and that's the reason why, because there isn't any top targets available, okay, cool. But that comes on one condition. In the summer, we need to perform. In the summer, we need to have an absolutely fantastic transfer window to compensate and prove that we were right to not spend in January. We need to make sure we have a banging transfer window. And by banging transfer window, I mean, if we are going to look at a wing back, then we do it, a top one. Right? If we are going to get a Rafinha, we do it. If we're going to get a Dembele, because Thomas Tuchel wants him, that comes with in brackets, by the way. I would not take Dembele unless if Thomas Tuchel actively says, I want him. Bring him to me. I want Dembele. If he does that, cool. Get him what he wants. Get him what he wants. Because Dembele's best moments of his career have been under Thomas Tuchel, even though it was just for 1 year. But he looked fantastic. The only thing is his wage demands, his attitude. You know, there's been doubts about whether he can lose his head. We don't want that sort of drama. But if Tuchel knows how to manage him, cool. Okay, cool. Get the manager what he wants. But that's the only condition. Aside from that, Tchouaméni, if we were to get a Tchouaméni, that would be fantastic. If we were to get Koundé as well, if we're seeing Christensen leave, that would be fantastic. So we have a big opportunity in the summer to make a fantastic image of ourselves and have a great transfer window to compensate for not doing anything in January. But this is the thing. If we go into summer and we flop it, we will look back at January, we'll look back at this month that we are about to end tonight, and we will go, what on earth were we thinking? You know, at the same time, it all comes in hindsight as well. With Malang Sarr and Alonso at left wing back or left back, because we're playing in a back 4 now, at least temporarily, if we were to not do so well in the cup runs and it comes as a consequence because of the left back position or the left wing back position, we're going to look back at January. And I hope we don't, because we've done that in the past. But I hope it's a wise move. Personally, I would have liked to see someone move. Gersons has gone to Inter Milan, and that was a fantastic opportunity to get a left wing back in. You can't get better than that right now, especially for the fee. 25 million euros, I think it was. I mean, unbelievable. The only thing that comes with it is that he's injured up until late February. So if that's the reason why Chelsea didn't want to, okay, because you've only got March, April, May, and then the season's done. So are we really getting Gersons in just for 3 months of cover? If Chilwell comes back and outperforms, then we've got Gersons just sitting there doing nothing. I get it. So the summer, when Chilwell comes back, Reece James will definitely be back by then. Reece James will be coming back for the Club World Cup, it seems. It will be a good opportunity to really analyse our squad, get rid of the deadwood, and start bringing in some signings that fit Thomas Tuchel, that Thomas Tuchel wants, that the scouting department have identified if they do actually their jobs, as they should, that fits Thomas Tuchel's system. And then we can roll from there. If we do that, we'll look back at January like it was nothing. We'll forget about it completely. But if we go into summer and we don't do what we're meant to do, oh boy, it's not going to be, we failed the summer window. We failed January and the summer window. That's what it's going to look like. So we've got to make sure we do what we have to do. So that's my view on the window so far. And it's all ending tonight. So if anything mad happens or anything last minute, which is with Chelsea, 99.999999%, unlikely. It's not happening. Now, obviously, I leave that really, really small fraction because you just never know. It has happened before. It can happen again. You never know, but I doubt it. Don't try and stay up because you think Chelsea are going to sign anyone. Chelsea will not be signing anyone unless a miracle happens. So, unless that happens, we'll see. But apart from that, I think it's all eyes on summer. It's all eyes on how we manage the squad up until May. And then after that, we'll see the summer window and we make sure we do our business then and we do some flipping good business there, especially when you look at other clubs and what they're doing. Manchester City have managed to get themselves a new striker. He has signed Alvarez from River Plate. That's a done deal. Liverpool have signed Diaz from Porto. That's a done deal. They're plucking exactly what they need and what they know their managers need. And that is how you do it. So those two are already stronger going into summer. You're looking at Newcastle and the fact that they're just spending now, as we did predict, and we knew that was going to happen. But if they're doing this in January, summer, they're going to go mental, especially if they stay in the Premier League. So we have to be one step ahead of the curve here. We have to make sure we identify our targets early, try and get some arrangements going, try and get some pre-contract agreements, do something just to avoid anyone coming in and hijacking what we need. So yeah, you got to look at all of that. Tottenham, we'll see under Conte. They've got 2 signings coming through the door today. That's enough, I think, to keep Conte satisfied up until summer. So Tottenham have managed to save their skin. Daniel Levy has saved his skin. Meanwhile, Arsenal, it's not great. The latest rumour is that Morata could be going to Arsenal. So if there's actually one transfer I actually want to see happen, it's that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that actually goes through. I don't think it will deep down, but we'll see. Anyway, that's the latest, and that's what I think in terms of Chelsea's window. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree with my points? Moving into the summer, do you think we'll do good business in the summer, or do you think we've blown it this window? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Thank you all so much. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this, and I'm going to go and watch Aubameyang fly back to London and see how it all pans out. So I'll see all of you later. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.